What's up, everybody? Mystery Wheel Gunner back here with you again. Thanks for tuning in. I know I've been doing a lot of video game videos lately. In my defense, my channel trailer does state I love guns, I love video games, so video game content is not outside the premise of my channel. That being said, I know a lot of you come to my channel because of the gun stuff, and that's fair. That's fair, so we're getting back into some guns here. And since I've been playing Silent Hill 2, this will cover both guns and Silent Hill 2 the remake. So what is Silent Hill 2 remake? What's it about? A man named James Sunderland gets a letter from his wife telling him she's waiting for him in that special place in a resort town called Silent Hill. Here's the problem. Mary, James's wife, has been dead for 3 years. Yeah. Shades of the Monkey's Paw. For those of you who've never read that story, go read it. So why or how is she back? James is thinking, what's going on? I gotta go see if she's really back. There's more to the story than that, but that is enough for the premise of this video. I don't want to spoil the rest of it. Jim, unfortunately, goes to Silent Hill unarmed, which is weird. He had to have known that Silent Hill was now largely abandoned. It's no longer that shiny resort town. It's possible he doesn't know, but still, to go unarmed, come on. In Resident Evil 2 Remake, Claire Redfield was packing heat. All she was doing was going to Raccoon City to visit her brother. And she was packing what looks to be a 5-shot little J-frame. Anywho, neither you or I are James Sunderland. We're not going into some abandoned town looking for a presumably dead wife unarmed. We're packing heat. But in keeping with the game, you got to pick a semi-auto from your collection. Why semi-auto? Because that's what Jim uses. And yeah, I know Jim found his, but again, we're not Jim. Anyway, is there a revolver in the game? There is, but you can't use it. The revolver is in use by someone else. I'll cover that in another video. But let's get to the semi-autos here. Here's my modest collection. I've got a Glock 17 Gen 3 9mm Ruger SR9C. I live in the state of Ohio, so mine came with one 10-rounder and one 17-rounder, which is in there right now. If you live in a state that doesn't like you to have normal capacity magazines, your SR9C probably shipped with 3 10-rounders. I've got my rimfires right here. Smith & Wesson Model 41 Performance Center Edition, the Victory, and the M&P Compact 22 with a threaded barrel. And of course, my latest semi-auto acquisition, the big Desert Eagle in 50 AE, baby. So which one, you can only take one, which one am I going to take? Well, let's do the process of elimination. Smith & Wesson Model 41. This is the Performance Center Edition. This comes from a long line of Model 41s. Well, a long-standing line. These have been produced for quite some time. I think the first one came out in the 50s? So yeah, these have been around for a while. Highly regarded, usually spoken of as probably the best factory-produced target pistol in 22 that you can buy today. And this goes out of the running. The Smith & Wesson Victory, also a very good target gun in 22 long rifle. And this comes out of the running. And before you comment, I know, why do I have the optic on the Victory and no optic on the Model 41, which is probably more deserving? I'm working on it. So why are these two guns gone? They're chambered in 22 long rifle. If I'm going into Silent Hill, a place with monsters, I'm going to want more firepower. Yes, I know, 22 long rifle can kill the hell out of you. I'm not arguing against that. 22 is lethal. But up against monsters, and keep in mind, in this town, you're largely alone. There is a person you meet up with. Well, a couple of different people you meet up with, but It's hard to call them allies, all right? And they certainly do not help you fight. So all alone in there, monsters everywhere, I'm going to want more than 22. The only exception would be this. I have the threaded barrel on mine. So if I had a can, this would still be in the running. I would still consider taking this gun. Because stealth, that's a good thing to have. When you're outnumbered, oh, it'd be great to be able to just lurk in the shadows. The game has a lot of darkness in it. You do have a flashlight, but you can turn the flashlight off. Just saying, you know, turn the flashlight off, hide in the darkness, and if you need to pop a monster, get behind them, get right behind them, and you know what to do, right? But I don't have a can. I do not have a silencer for this. So this comes out of the running. So with the rim fires gone, we only have the center fires. Now, as I said before, 17 rounder in this one. Glock 17 also has a 17 rounder. Capacity is the same. I'm going to have to get rid of the SR9C. This comes out of the running. Why? Longer sight radius on the Glock. So it's going to help me aim a little bit better. And if I can get on my soapbox for just a little bit, Ruger, in my opinion, you made a mistake in discontinuing the SR series. SR9C and the full-size SR9, those were good guns. Well, these are good guns. I say were because they're discontinued, but they're still good guns, despite the fact they're discontinued. I would have rather seen you refine the SR series other than produce the Ruger American. The Ruger American is a good handgun. Don't get me wrong. But I think I would have rather have seen a refined SR9C. Anyway, so that leaves two center fires of very different calibers. Oh boy. Decisions. Obviously with the Glock, I've got an insane amount of reliability. But with the Desert Eagle and 50 AE, I've got an insane amount of firepower. But firepower isn't just a per shot basis. With this, I'm getting 17 rounds before I got to reload. With the 50 AE, 7 rounds, and then I'm reloading. I'm also packing one hell of a punch with each shot. Oh, which do I go with? That's right. Glock 17 comes out, and yeah, if I had to go into Silent Hill and I'm bringing my own semi-auto, I'm bringing the Eagle. Yes, I'm down on capacity. That's fine. I've got an optic. I'm going to make every shot count. And I know once I hit something, it's staying down. In the video game Silent Hill 2 Remake, it looks like Jim is carrying a Beretta. A 92 looks like it, or some kind of M9. You know the family, right? The M9 92 family, and it's chambered at 9mm. And yeah, those creatures are in the normal Silent Hill world. The legs monster that takes about 3 hits before it goes down. In the nightmare world, the nurses, I've seen them take as many as 8 or 9. Actually, in the regular world, I think of it, they still take about 8 or 9 shots. I think one nurse only takes like 5. It's the one with the knife. I guess that's their way of balancing it out. Anyway, you know what I'm getting at, right? I get higher capacity with the Glock, but I'm also using more ammo to put someone down. So anyway, that's my choice. If I had to go into Silent Hill and face down those horrors, and keep in mind we're going with video game rules, so as I explore the town, the town's going to give me ammo for the gun. All right, this ain't Resident Evil. All right, it gives you Yeah, you have one handgun. So in Resident Evil, if you had like more than one handgun, there's Magnum rounds and then there's non-Magnum rounds. Well, yeah. I figure in Silent Hill, it's just handgun ammo. So anyway, which handgun, which semi-automatic handgun from your collection would you take with you if you had to go into Silent Hill?